family. It is the 147th time, 1147 time that we are meeting. Namaste, Rajendra, Navnath, Ratnali. Today you must be very happy. The birthday girl is here. Santosh, Avinash. Wow, wow, fantastic. So what, before I share with you, I was thinking about sharing with you the 5 basic characteristics of time. Hmm? But before I share the basic characteristics of time, um, okay, namaste, sabka namaste chalu hai abhi. Okay. Thank you everybody and namaste to all. Namaste everybody. Wonderful. Good to see all of you. So I'll share with you the 5 basic characteristics of time today. But before I share with you those characteristics, जो लोग आज सुबह के meditation में थे, I just want some insights from you. What did you feel when I asked you those questions? And जब मैंने आपसे कहा कि आप सोचिए, पीछे मुड़ के देखिए, the last 5 months, the last 150 days, the last so many hundreds of hours we have consumed. तो आपने क्या reflect किया और आपकी क्या insights थी? I would love to know that before we go ahead, because I've got a lot of things to share with you today. Anji, and all of you joining on YouTube, namaste everybody on YouTube also. Welcome aboard this 147th edition of Happy Minds. चलिए फटाफट कुछ टाइप करिए, मुझे बताइए कि जो लोग सुबह के मेडिटेशन में थे, what insights you had. Oh, she says I consumed lots physically. Okay, बहुत खाना खाया गया है, बहुत मिठाई खाई गई है, बहुत ठीक है. It was a reflection of last 150 days and a sense of accomplishment. Wow, that's nice. Wonderful, Naren. So there's a sense of accomplishment. बहुत बढ़िया. बहुत जरूरी है that we reflect back and we ask ourselves some beautiful, simple questions, because भागना बड़ा जरूरी है, लेकिन भागने के साथ साथ पॉज लेना भी बड़ा जरूरी है. सत्यजीत सेज नहीं, उसके पूरा कुछ निकल गया. हाँ, कैसे निकल गए ये दिन, और बहुत कुछ करना बाकी है. दिस इज वन कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ टाइम व्हिच आई विल बी शेयरिंग अबाउट, कि कैसे निकल गए ये दिन. Just flies, time flies. Reviewed past 150 days and thoughts about how to make remaining 215 days more fruitful and enjoyable. Okay, great. So you reflected on the future also. Few eye openers and few positive changes with challenges. Few eye openers and absolutely. What I consumed wrong and right in last 150 days, ये समझ में आया. तोंद से तंदुरुस्ती and sugar-free month. ठीक है. This is one achievement. Not a very good insight. Need to be more aware. Mistakes made but not realized. If you think, mistakes made and not realized. Okay, if you think, then only you realize. See, I feel that 2 insights from my side for all of you. Those of you who logged in late and those of you who don't know what's happening in life, जो लोग लेट आते हैं उनको लाइफ में वैसे ही मालूम नहीं होता क्या चल रहा होता है. Whether it be for a meeting, whether it be for a session, whether it be for Happy Minds. So I request you, suggest you, order you, जब आते ही हो ना Happy Minds में, तो टाइम पे आ जाया करो यार. And I have said it innumerable times. मतलब इतनी बार मैं कह चुका हूँ ये, और मैं आपसे फिर आपसे कह रहा हूँ कि when you log in 5 minutes late, 10 minutes late, right? You are causing more harm to yourself than anything else, because आप ये 5 मिनट 10 मिनट लेट एंट्री करके you are building a habit of being careless. ये कोई फंडामेंटल प्रॉब्लम नहीं है 5 मिनट लेट आना, ये कि मतलब ऐसा कि बहुत कुछ घट गया था, कुछ दुर्घटना हो गई थी, you got stuck somewhere. It's not this. It is sheer carelessness. मतलब इसका कोई आप बोले ना कि कोई लॉजिक नहीं है इसका. ये केयरलेसनेस है, और केयरलेसनेस के आसपास मंडराती है स्टुपिडिटी. I'm not sorry for saying this word, that around carelessness is a companion which is waiting to join you, called stupidity, and many stupid things happen because we were careless. तो अगर आप कहीं अटके हुए हैं ना, तो 5 मिनट से अटकते नहीं हैं आप आधा घंटे से अटकते हो, आप 1 घंटे से अटकते हो. 5 मिनट is all about carelessness. So let carelessness not be a part of your life. That's what I would say. And morning meditation, if you're missing out, you're missing a lot. In fact, you're missing the entire Happy Minds. ऐसा मुझे लगता है. Going to gym is good, and Naren says we at Sham Global having offsite with our senior team and watching Happy Minds together. Wow, that's fantastic. Oh, this is good. The entire company is watching Happy Minds. Wow. Mentally, it was each day better than the previous one. Wonderful. Physically, बहुत खाया पिया, लेकिन mentally, we were it was a better one than the previous one. ठीक है. Some goals achieved, some are progress, कुछ बाकी है. Good. सब सारे गोल्स पूरे हो जाएंगे ना, तो भगवान भी कहेगा क्या कर रहे हो नीचे, राजेंद्र ऊपर आ जाओ. Some goals will remain unaccomplished, but कौन से रहेंगे मालूम नहीं रहता है. So you have to have a list of goals, and if you are on track, even if a few get fulfilled, I think it is worth the attempt. So those of you who have joined in for the first time, what the format of Happy Minds is, and those of you joining me from various far off places, ये format कैसा होता है? So we have meditation which we start with, and then we have a round of success stories which I receive. आज बहुत सारी थी, उसमें से कुछ छांट के मैंने रखी हैं, because last week I could not share. Last week I was in Europe, and I took Ehsaas in the middle of the night there. In fact, the captain of the ship where I was, he says, hey, you got to take care of yourself. And so many of you also mentioned that you got to take care of your health. And I said, yeah, I'm also concerned about the whole fact. But था कि Happy Minds का इतना लंबा gap नहीं होना चाहिए. So I took the Happy Minds at 3:30 a.m. European time. And of course, it was 7 a.m. here in India. So I'm back here, and बहुत सारी success stories का एक pending lot है जो which people wanted me to share. तो उसमें से कुछ छांट के रखी है मैंने, and of course I have my own experience to share with you. ऐसा हम लोग sharing करते हैं. उसके बाद then maybe some insights, maybe some questions, and my subject for the day. ऐसा करके ये format होता है Happy Minds का. चलिए शुरू करते हैं आज का with some great awesome success stories. And each success story which I feel I share has a lot for each one of us to take back home in terms of making our lives, our businesses better. So, and I think that's the reason why I share. क्योंकि एक ही कामयाबी से कौन प्रेरित होगा, कौन inspired हो जाएगा, we never know. And the objective, the mission which I am chasing, which I am running, which I am gunning after is a प्रेरित भारत. कि if there's an inspired Bharat, I think I've lived my life, and if I can play a small, tiny role in inspiring as many people as I can to live a better life, I think that will be my gift to my country before I die. And I think that's the reason which inspires me to keep on taking Happy Minds week after week after week. Last week मुझे याद है कि I was सुबह HM हुआ and 3:30 पे, and then in the morning we had it was a long day cycling, so I was ready in the morning, and I looked a bit groggy because रात को till 12:31 हमारा session चला in Ehsaas in Europe, and then 3:30 I was up for Happy Minds, and again in the morning at 8 o'clock we were ready, making our lunch and things like that to go out for cycling. So Nimesh Desai, one of the participants, he had this question, क्यों क्यों करते हो आप ऐसा? And he has been a regular participant. I don't know if he's there today or not, but he has been a regular participant of Happy Minds, and he had this question. And I wish I had an answer to give to him that day, but I feel एक जो अंदर से कुछ चीज होती है, चाहे मेरे अंदर कुछ चीज होगी या आपके अंदर भी आपकी कुछ चीज अगर होगी, जब अंदर से आवाज आती है तो आप फिर उस आवाज के अलावा किसी और आवाज को सुनते नहीं हो. तो मेरे अंदर से आवाज आती रहती है कि I think I can do a lot more. I need to do a lot more, and that's what propels me to continue taking it. And this mission of mine, it does not allow me to sleep. It does not allow me to sleep in peace if I have not done what I'm supposed to do. I got to exhaust myself before I die, and I think that's what each one of us got to do. कि ये जो life दी गई है इसको पूरा exhaust करें before we go to a graves, before we go to the burial ground or to a cremation ground. अगर पूरा ही expose, पूरा ही exhaust करके जाए तो फिर मजा है ना. बचा के जाके भी क्या करना है, जब जलना ही है, जब दफन ही होना है और वो बचा के लेके गए तो फिर क्या फायदा. And that's what I bring on the table. All right, Nimesh is there, and so he had this question, and I said this, I can't help it, and this is the way I am. So here we start Happy Minds with some success stories. Each success story has the potential to ignite in you a fire. I'm repeating, each success story has the power to ignite in you a fire which can make you do wonders in your own personal and professional life. And that's the reason why I share. कि किसकी आग से क्या हो सकता है, किसकी कहानी से कहां आग लग सकती है, one can just keep on imagining. So I uh, wonder and I always feel that शायद कहीं ना कहीं कोई इंसान प्रेरित हो जाएगा और वो कुछ कर लेगा. So the first story is I think this story I shared earlier. I don't know. I'm missing out on it. But उसने वापस एक picture वगैरह भेजी थी from Comax India, and he had said that he had lost 24 kgs in 5 months and things like that. But what he said was sometimes even small words. I was there for a couple of hours only with this gentleman called Kamal in Comax India, and in that couple of hours he said that, sir, even small words of encouragement from a complete stranger can do wonders. So the reason I'm sharing this again with you is कि शायद आप जानते नहीं किसी को, लेकिन आपके होने से, आपके एग्जिस्टेंस से ही किसी की लाइफ बदल सकती है. चाहे आप उसके साथ 2 मिनट हो या 2 घंटा हो या कुछ पल हो, you can still transform somebody. And I was there only for a few hours giving a talk, and he said that changed my life. And from what he was to what he is now, reduced 24 kgs in just 5 months. This means so much was there to be lost. Another story is from Kedar Kale, Chrysalis. He says, sir, happy to share with you that our company got awarded for super premium applicator in gold category by Mr. Amit Singhal, MD and CEO, Asian Paints in Paris. And that happened a few days back. And I think he posted on social media also. He sent me a message, sir, all because of you that this has happened. Nothing has happened because of me. Kedar, if you're there in HM, I don't know if you're there. This is all because of your hard work and the way you've been working for the last many, many years. I know you for the last 10 years or so, and I've seen you, the kind of dedication you have towards your work and the kind of clarity you bring to your work. I think that's the reason why you have been recognized and awarded. Keep up the good work. Areva, you're there. I don't know, you're in Paris or you're back in India, but congratulations to you, Kedar. Or keep on making me proud and keep on making your team members and your clients proud, right, of the way you work, do your work. Another story is again from another Chrysalis, Sanjay Suryavanshi. He again messaged me, sir, it's a proud moment to share with you that our company, Society Plus, has been awarded as the, ऐसा लग रहा है awards का season चल रहा है. They have been awarded as the best cooperative consultant for real estate sector for Maharashtra at the Lokmat International Awards in Dubai. And they are for their specialized services for developers and housing. Great going, Sanjay, and your team. Last 35 years of your existing in this space, I'm sure a lot of people have, a lot of companies, a lot of societies have benefited from your services. And ये नया चलन है ना कि you're being called to Paris, you've been called to Dubai for awards. Wow, क्या बात है, international awards हो रहे हैं. Great going. Another story is success story is from Vinayak Kujlambe, and he messaged Rajesh Mandlik, and he terms forwarded me. तो हमारा जो 10x forum है, उसकी business owners की meeting हुई, and under the leadership of Vinayak Kujlambe, I don't know if he's there or not today. And chief guest was Rajesh Mandlik, and they had some awesome meeting. And he says it was such a blessing that we have such entrepreneurs with us who are taking the entire way of doing business to another level. So all the best to you entrepreneurs who are there. Another one is from Sandeep Khote. उसने मुझे किया, सर एक पिक्चर भेजो, हंसेगा मत मेरी पिक्चर पे. And he sent me a picture of what he was some months back to what he is now. And वो तोन से तंदुरुस्ती का जो एक हमने जो theme लिया था, वो that added on to what he was, what he has become. And he says, I've lost 18 kgs. And he sent a pic from there, and I laughed at the pic because उसमें उसकी इतनी तोन निकली हुई थी, and then losing 18 kgs to seeing a flat, slim Sandeep was awesome. And second story, he says, sir, I fought back from setbacks the last year, and we did 2 crores of sales last month, which is the highest ever sales in a month in the history of a company. And this was so wonderful. कि physically भी आदमी अपने पर काम कर रहा है, financially भी आदमी अपने पर काम कर रहा है. I think this is a great double dhamaka from his side. So he says, sir, we require constant motivation and you have been there for us even after the program got over. Thank you. Even after the program got over, I am not surprised by this statement that I'm there, because मुझे याद है जब मेरा पहला बैच हुआ था, तो जब पहला बैच दो आई थिंक 1997-98 की बात है, एंड मेरे मुंह से एक स्टेटमेंट निकला when the batch got over, आज से 25-26 साल पहले, and the participants of that batch, some of them when they meet me, they remember that statement even today कि सर तो मैंने स्टेटमेंट बोला था कि, और शायद मैंने मजाक में बोला, मेरी ना समझी में, इमेच्योरिटी में बोला, आई डोंट नो, बट अच्छा हुआ मैंने वो स्टेटमेंट बोला, बिकॉज वो स्टेटमेंट ने मुझे पकड़ के रख लिया. शायद मैंने ना पकड़ा हो, लेकिन उसने मुझे पकड़ के रख लिया. एंड द स्टेटमेंट वाज दैट people commit for their services for the time duration which they have been paid for, or they commit to the services for which they have been paid for. So उन्होंने बैच के लिए पे किया और बैच हो गया, and I was committed for the batch, and I took the batch the best possible way from my side. But then in the end, शायद वो बड़े बोलेपन में मैंने बोल दिया कि my commitment was not in the batch. My commitment starts now after the batch gets over. तो मैंने बोला, और फिर मैं रात को आके बैठा, मैंने कहा ये मैंने क्या बोल दिया, क्योंकि बैच तो हो गया. And I have said in my जोश जुनून मैंने बोल दिया, क्योंकि बैच खत्म हुआ, people are happy, people are excited, they feel wow about it. हम भी wow feel करते हैं, हम भी जोश में आ जाते हैं. तो मैंने उस जोश में बोल दिया कि my commitment starts now. And that kind of that statement, it hung on to me more than I hanging on to the statement. It hung on to me. And वो statement तब से लेके आज तक मेरे साथ जुड़ा हुआ है कि I always feel that somebody who's come into my life through a program of mine, through a professional arrangement of mine, my commitment will be there in that program, but my commitment will be more once the program gets over. And I think that makes all the difference. And so many of you have been there with me for years. And God has been kind to make me capable to be there with you in whatever way, whatever sense I could be, and I'm there. So love you, Sandeep, for this sharing and acknowledging and recognizing this. And that's all over from success stories from Chrysalis House, from our own company. We have a few success stories. We have come back from SR's awesome experience, and I don't know if somebody is there who would like to share from SR's group. I don't know. We have I don't know, Nimesh, if you want to share something, you can take your hand up if you're there, and let me know if you want to share a few words. Namdev, आपका mic on कर रहा हूँ मैं, कुछ अगर करना है, you can have your mic on. Anju, I'll give you some time later on. Hold on. हाँ Namdev, आपका mic on है.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste, Namdev. Namaste.
It was a very awesome experience, and it was very much first time in the life. And I don't know if you are there in my life, it may happen again. But if you are not in my life, it was not happened in my life. But such a memorable. और एक चीज याद आती है कि जाते समय लगता था कि खाली साइकिलिंग करके आना है, लेकिन ऐसा लगा कि साइकिल चलाते समय 2 व्हील बैलेंस करके जाना पड़ता है. तो इन द सेम वे आई हैव टॉट अस इन द एहसास प्रोग्राम कि जैसे कि हस्बैंड वाइफ साइकिल के 2 व्हील्स है, उसको बैलेंस करके कैसे जाना है, तो आप ही बता सकते हैं. ऐसा हमको एहसास हुआ, और प्रोग्राम का नाम भी एहसास है. और it was such a great experience, sir. Thank you very much for coming our lives. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing, Namdev. So awesome that you shared this, and you couldn't be more true when you say that, you know, शादी जो है, it's just like a 2-wheeler with 2 wheels, and you got to balance the two wheels. And फिर आपने अगर बैलेंस कर लिया, फिर आप स्पीड बढ़ाओ, आनंद लो, हवा आएगी, will hit your face and you will have a great time. But ये दोनों पहियों में हवा जो है ना बराबर होनी चाहिए. तो कहीं भी किसी भी पहिए में हवा कम हो गई, so one wheel will drag the other wheel.
Yes,
right?
sir.
So
Yeah.
thank you, love you for sharing. And this is such an important part, though today is not about relationship and एहसास, but since ये subject निकला है, तो मुझे लगता है कि बड़ा जरूरी है ये समझना कि कहीं हम अपने स्पाउस, अपने पार्टनर के लिए कहीं लोड तो नहीं हो रहे, कहीं अनजाने में हम उसके लिए बोझ तो नहीं हो रहे, कहीं ऐसा तो नहीं कि वो हमें खींच रहा है। तो अगर अनजाने में इन टर्म्स ऑफ कि कभी हो जाता है, कभी हम बीमार पड़ गए, कुछ हो गया, तो वो तो है ही, वो तो एक दूसरे का हमने साथ देना है और एक दूसरे का हमने काम करना ही है। लेकिन हम अपने ऊपर काम नहीं कर रहे हैं, हम अपने आप को अच्छा नहीं बना रहे हैं, हम अपनी हवा नहीं भर रहे हैं अपने पहिए में। तो अगर इफ अ टायर इज फ्लैट, द टायर विच इज ऑल राइट विल हैव टू bear the load of the tire which is not right, and that's how the marriage rocks in a way which is not positive. So thank you for sharing that. Hmm? Chaliye, Anand, you had your hand up. I don't know if you were there. And we'll have one more sharing and then we'll. Yes, Anand. I have your mic on. You can unmute yourself.
Yeah. Namaste, sir.
Namaste, Anand.
So it was amazing experience. मैंने भी कभी सोचा नहीं था. And when we started, initially मेरा भी थॉट ये था कि यार हम लोगों को साइकिलिंग करनी है, साथ में एहसास का प्रोग्राम है, सर के साथ टाइम बिताने को भी मिलेगा. That's another add-on on it. But as a together, as a couple, जो हम लोगों ने वहाँ पे सीखा और एक दूसरे की इंसाइट, जितना आपने समय दिया वहाँ पे बिताने के लिए, और जो आपने क्वेश्चनर्स दिए, उससे हम लोगों को काफी कुछ इंसाइट पता चले कि यार कहाँ हम लोग गलत हो रहे हैं, कैसे और उसको बेटर किया जा सकता है इस रिलेशनशिप. और मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट, ताज जो आप हमेशा बोलते हैं, ताज देखना है. तो रिलेशनशिप का ताज वो हम लोगों को समझा कि यार और क्या बेटर हो सकता है इसमें. So awesome experience. That's I think everyone should do it once in a life.
Everyone. I wish everyone we could take everyone there, but yes, I love you for sharing this, Anand, and I understand the emotions behind sharing, because like you said, what you have experienced as a Taj, and we all मैं तो बहुत बार जा चुका हूँ, बहुत बार मैं करा चुका हूँ, but still every time me and Rachna we come back with our Taj, the kind of experience we both have and the kind of experience we have seen couples having there, तो मुझे लगता है कि हम जो वो experience करके आते हैं वो हमारे रिश्ते का ताज ही होता है. We would not have had a better and a much more beautiful experience than what we have had there. And this has been proven the third time since his third SAS batch in Europe. So love you for sharing that.
Thanks, sir.
God bless. So this is one, and I feel that more than anything else, what we did there, and all the couples who are watching me, and just maybe you can take some insight from this very thing, that what we did there was pure quality time which we gave to each other. Pure quality time. There was nothing else. There was no business to take care of. There was no running, getting up in the morning to go to the business. There was no coming back and taking care of the kids. There was no, the kitty party and the neighbors and friends. Nothing was there. So even phone calls, I was not allowing them to have phone calls. So आप अपने spouse के साथ हैं वो 8 दिन, and you are there giving the best and the purest time of yours. When I say pure, ये pure का time, आप मतलब समझो pure का मतलब क्या है, कि अगर आप, if you go to the market and you want to buy gold, you would want to buy pure gold, right? This means you're saying that nothing else should be there in it. It should be only the element, the metal called gold. If we talk about pure quality, means there's nothing, there's no adulteration in it. So बहुत बार जो होता है हमारा quality time जो है, ये हमने इतनी बार सुना है, give time which is of quality to your children, to your spouse, to your parents, लेकिन वो समझ नहीं आता कि quality time है क्या. So quality time is nothing else but unadulterated time. It can be for 5 minutes, it can be for half an hour, it can be for a day. This means उसमें कुछ मिलावट नहीं है, उसमें कुछ disturbance नहीं है. It's not about you sitting at home and you reading a newspaper and you're sitting with a child and you say I've given time to my child. ऐसा नहीं होता है. तो आप तो busy थे ना पेपर पढ़ने में, आप तो busy थे अपने मोबाइल में, और आपने कहा मैंने बच्चे को टाइम दे दिया. When you say I've given time to my child and it's quality time, this means nothing comes between you and your child. Even if you do that for half an hour a day, it's enough. तो ये तो आधा घंटा नहीं था, ये आधा दिन भी नहीं था, ये एक दिन भी नहीं था. We're talking about pure 8 days of time which was for the spouse by each other. And that is why we had the Taj of a relationship. Chalo, thank you for sharing. Another thing from Chrysalis is we just got over with our batch of Alive, and what awesome feedback we have got for the batch of Alive. And we had the graduation ceremony a couple of days back. I think the day I came back, we had a ceremony, and wonderful to listen to the children when they spoke. A lot of them speaking for the first time in front of a big crowd. So बच्चों को public speaking experience आया, and we had parents also coming and sharing. तो इतना अच्छा लगा सुन के कि Vandita and Manju and all of Chrysalins were there, इनके बच्चे हैं उधर, and they shared this very thing that Vandita ने इतना अच्छा note लिखा कि I was waiting for this day. She says that when my son would get the opportunity to be mentored by MG and Chrysalis, and there she says my wish, my dream came true. And she says that my son Vivan has found a mentor in Vidisha, just the way I found a mentor in MG. And it is so important that we all have mentors in life, because mentors, they do magic with us. And it was such a wonderful note which she wrote. And of course, we had Anju, who was there, and she is the first Chrysalian. Anju Bansal is the first Chrysalian in Chrysalis. Jinki teen pidiyas, she, her children, and her grandchild, now they are Chrysalians. So she stood there, and with pride she says, today my 3 generations, hum 3 generations are Chrysalians. So it was such a wonderful story. And Anju, you would like to share? I have a mic on. आपने hand raise किया, Anju.
Good morning. Happy morning.
Namaste. Namaste, Anju.
Yes, I always say that I am a proud Chrysalian. And now very proudly, I say my 3rd generation, Adya, she was there for Alive, and she enjoyed a lot. So that is a proud moment for me, more than her.
Great.
Thank you, sir.
Great. Thank you for sharing. And I'm so blessed, and that you have been there for last more than 20 years with Chrysalis, and the way you have, in your life, the way you have progressed, grown, and the way you have made everybody in your family a part of this journey. Love you for that.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for sharing. Okay, ji, chalo. I met a Chrysalian in Amsterdam, and I did post about him on social media. And he messaged that, are you in Amsterdam? And I would love to meet you. And I had a day free, and I said, wow, it will be a pleasure meeting you, because I was meeting him after many, many years. Or jab hum mile, so the last 15, 17 years of the life of the entire journey came back. And he had so much to talk, so much to share about his life, how his life transformed and changed, and what he went through. So just jo baat kar raha tha, though I wrote on social media that I always want to follow the advice of one of the great philosophers who said that the greatest or the most intelligent person you will ever come across in your life is your tailor, because he takes fresh measurements every time. And this is a wonderful advice. When we meet people, if we can just follow the tailor and ask ourselves, am I taking fresh measurements? Means the जो इंसान मेरे सामने आया, मैं शायद उससे पहले मिल चुका हूँ, लेकिन क्या मैं उस पहली मुलाकात के जो परसेप्शंस हैं उसको ड्रॉप करके इस नए इंसान को वैसे स्वीकारूं जैसे वो है, या मैं पुराने परसेप्शंस को लेके मैं इस नए इंसान से मिल रहा हूं? क्योंकि इंसान तो नया है, लेकिन मेरे परसेप्शंस पुराने हैं. तो जब मेरे परसेप्शंस पुराने हैं और इंसान नया है, तो मुलाकात अच्छी कैसे होगी? मुलाकात अच्छी तभी होगी जब इंसान भी नया है और मेरा परसेप्शन भी नया है, तो फिर अब बड़ा अच्छी मैचिंग हो जाएगी. लेकिन अक्सर हम मिलते हैं लोगों से with our old perceptions of who they were, and that is why it becomes a challenge to relate with them, connect with them in the present. तो अगर आपने वर्तमान में अपने रिश्तों में आनंद लेना है, तो अपने रिश्तों में परसेप्शंस भी नए लाइए. So this is what I experienced when I was talking to him. So time and again I was putting myself into this frame कि नहीं 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 अभी मुझे सब डिलीट करना है पास का, मुझे इसको फ्रेश देखना है कि ये क्या है, कैसे है, ये क्या बन गया है. बट बार बार मन जो है ना वापस जाता है कि अरे क्या था. And since he was also sharing about his past, so absolutely lost youngster who had no clarity about his future. He, at the age of 21, he was asking me he used to call me dad. Dad, what do you think I should study about? I said, तू अभी 21 का हो गया, मैं तेरे को क्या बताऊं कि तेरे को क्या study करना है. So we discussed. He came for Happy Minds, and after a lot of thinking, he said, let me pursue psychology. And then उसने फिर psychology pursue करी at the age of 22, 23. He graduated. When people normally have jobs, he was studying. Went through a difficult time, family-wise. But when I met him in Amsterdam, it was such a joy to see him as a handsome young man working in a company at a great post, talking about AI, talking about technology, looking forward to his PhD under one of the best guides in Holland. तो वो सब सुन के ऐसा लगा कि wow, there's so much waiting for us in the future. कि हमारा past is no way to tell what we are going to become in the future. The future is so very huge and so very big कि हम जितना बड़ा सोचे उतना कम है. So I came back with this insight that let our past not hold us back. Let our past not decide how our future is going to be. Every a saint had a past, and every sinner has a future. And that's it. If we can understand this, so much is there, we all can do much more than what we have ever done. And that's what I learned and I grabbed from meeting Rajesh there in Amsterdam, and felt blessed that there's one more life he could touch, and one more life could find a beautiful future for himself. So, and of course, it was wonderful to see Vidisha graduating as a mentor, her first batch, and the way the children loved her, and the way they spoke about the way she has been in their lives. And one of the participants said, why only 7 days? Why it's not 14 days, 21 days? So it speaks a lot about the way the batch has been. So all the best and great going, Vidisha. I think you're also there. Chalo. Let's. तो मैं आपसे बात कर रहा था, करूंगा कि 5 principles of time, 5 basic characteristics of time. We had a initiative called Tone Se Tandurusti Ki Or, right? A Healthy Me initiative. And that was on 1st of May we started, and it's 31st May. And like Akshay shared that time nikal gaya, malum hi nahi pada. That's the first. Time flies. Time waits for none. Time just passes by. आप उसको पकड़ना भी चाहो पकड़ नहीं सकते, रोकना चाहो रोक भी नहीं सकते. It just flies. It waits for none. So जब वो wait ही नहीं कर रहा है, it is in this time span that we got to do what we got to do. And इसके साथ एक और characteristic जुड़ता है. In fact, if you see, everything is attached to this characteristic. कि what's gone is gone forever. तो एक है ना कि हम task की हम बात करते हैं कि we accomplish a task. Listen to this concept and it'll make a lot of sense to you. And listen to it very attentively. So when we say a task accomplished, whether it be in your business, whether it be in your personal life, तो अक्सर लोग task accomplishment को कामयाबी मान लेते हैं. But it's not right. A task accomplished is not equal to task successful. काम को खत्म करना और काम की कामयाबी दो अलग-अलग चीजें. Because whenever we have a task at hand, कोई भी हमें काम करना होता है, there is an element of time attached to it. So for example, हमने एक काम करना था, let's say morning walk करना था. तो हमने आज का jog नहीं किया, आज का walk नहीं किया, हमने आज का आधा घंटा हम सोए रहे, या हम किसी और काम में अटके रहे. तो we say to ourselves, अच्छा मैं कल कर लूंगा. तो कल हम शायद उसका डबल करने की सोचते हैं. हमने एक बुक पढ़नी थी, हमने नहीं पढ़ी, हम चलो कल पढ़ लेंगे. हमने आज एक मीटिंग करनी थी, हम नहीं कर पाए, चलो हम कल कर लेंगे. और हम कल वो कर लेते हैं. कल हम वो जॉग कर लेते, कल हम वो किताब पढ़ लेते, आपने एचएम मिस कर दिया, आपने कहा नो आई विल वॉच इट इन द एकेडमी, तो आप एमजी एकेडमी जाके आपने एचएम देख लिया, तो आपने वो एचएम कर लिया, कल देख लिया, लेकिन वो टास्क अकम्प्लिश हुआ, लेकिन आप कामयाब नहीं हुए, बिकॉज व्हाट हैज हैपेंड इज व्हेन यू गो फॉर अ जॉब टुमारो, you have borrowed time from tomorrow for doing today's task. तो आज के काम के लिए आपने कल से समय चुराया, तो कल का 1 घंटा तो खाया ना. So how can you call yourself that I am a successful person in that task? The task always has an element of time attached to it. तो इसलिए सही समय पे वो काम होना चाहिए. अगर वो उस समय वो काम नहीं हुआ, आपने बाद में कर दिया, तो काम कंप्लीट तो दिखाई देगा, लेकिन उसके साथ जो कामयाबी है उसको हम बोलेंगे इट्स अ सक्सेसफुल टास्क, वो टैग नहीं आएगा उसके साथ, बिकॉज टाइम वेट्स फॉर नन. और हम में से बहुत से लोग, हमने आज का समय हमने बोरो कर लिया फॉर डूइंग यस्टरडेज वर्क. सम ऑफ अस आर यूजिंग टुडेज टाइम फॉर डूइंग लास्ट वीक्स वर्क. सम ऑफ अस आर यूजिंग टुडेज टाइम फॉर डूइंग लास्ट ईयर्स वर्क. इतना बैकलॉग है लोगों का. So ये टोन से तंदुरुस्ती का जस्ट एन एग्जांपल. दिस इज 1 month went by और ये वापस नहीं आने वाला है. No matter how much you want this time back, it's not going to come back. You celebrate your anniversaries, you celebrate your birthdays, that's time gone by. No matter how much you want that 1 year to come back, the 15 years of your married life to come back, the early days of your marriage life to come back, it will not come back. No matter how much you want your college days to come back, they cannot come back. And when we don't do what we got to do in that time span, in the present we have only regrets. Because wo haath se to gaya. So accomplishing a task does not equal task success. Accomplishing a task within the time frame is task success. So having a good healthy body is only successful if it is done in that time frame. If you do your gymming on the day itself, then it's success. If you read the book in that day itself, which you have said to yourself, I'll read, that's success itself. Because time waits for none. Once gone, it's gone forever. The second characteristic of time, you can't store time. You can't store time. If you talk about, you just like, you store oxygen, jo log जाते हैं माउंटेनियरिंग के लिए जाते हैं, so they have oxygen cylinders with them. अभी pandemic में we had so many oxygen cylinders की बात. I wish we could do that for time. I wish we could do this for Vidisha, is my voice audible?
Yes, you're audible. It was stuck in the middle, but now it's audible.
So I wish we could do this for time, that time अच्छा चल रहा है, यार इसको time को store कर लेते हैं. Time बढ़िया चल रहा है, let's keep it for bad days. I wish we could do that. You cannot store time. And though Greek philosopher थे ना, Heraclitus, he would always say that you cannot take bath in the same river twice, because the river is not the same. वो दिख रही है हमें कि वही नदी है, हमें तट भी वही दिख रहे हैं कि जो किनारे हैं वो भी वही है, हमें आसपास के पेड़ पौधे भी वही दिख रहे हैं, आसपास की सराउंडिंग्स भी वही दिख रही है, लेकिन पानी वो नहीं है. जिस पानी में आप अभी नहाए, 1 मिनट बाद वो पानी 1-8 किलोमीटर आगे निकल गया. The river is not the same. So in the same way, the time is not the same. It's gone. You cannot store time. It has to be lived at that moment. It has to be consumed at that moment. And I wish this was possible, but अभी तक तो science ने ऐसा कुछ निकाला नहीं है. Why I'm sharing these characteristics of time? Because बहुत सारे illusions हैं, भ्रम है time को लेके. और हम सबसे बड़ा भ्रम क्या हमें लगता है कि टाइम और हमारी लाइफ जो है ये दो विपरीत चीजें हैं, दो अलग चीजें हैं. And that's how we kind of pass time, thinking that we are passing something else which is not us, not realizing that when we pass time we are actually passing ourselves, कि हम और समय एक ही हैं. If you come for Life 360 program, I normally share in detail, in depth about what time is and how the correlation of life and time is. Somebody has mentioned that time is money. इससे तुच्छ कंपैरिजन नहीं हो सकता टाइम का कि टाइम इज मनी. ऐसा हमें लगता है कि टाइम इज मनी. ना, टाइम इज much 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 more precious than money. Time is our life. You cannot separate yourself from time. तो बहुत से लोग को लगता है कि टाइम जो है ना एक करेंसी है, टाइम एक अलग चीज है, एक अलग वस्तु है, एक अलग, हमसे अलग है. और जब हमसे अलग है तो हमें क्या लगता है, अगर हमसे अलग पैसा है तो पैसा खर्च हो जाएगा ना, कोई बात नहीं यार, और कमा लेंगे. हमसे अलग अगर कोई लेट से गोल्ड है तो गोल्ड खो गया ना, तो चलो और कहीं से मिल जाएगा. हमसे अलग लगता है गाड़ी है तो गाड़ी कुछ होगी तो हम गाड़ी ले आएंगे. बट टाइम हमसे अलग नहीं है. टाइम और हम एक हैं. तो जब हम इसको अपने से अलग मानते हैं तो इसको हम पास करने में, इसको बर्बाद करने में हमें ज्यादा दुख नहीं होता. लेकिन जब हम ये समझते हैं कि टाइम और हम एक हैं, तो passing a minute is passing our life. Passing a day, wasting a day is wasting our life. So please understand this third characteristic of time, that time and we are one. Because whatever you tell about yourself to the world, you cannot say about yourself to the world without correlating time. आप जब अपने बारे में बात करोगे दुनिया से, आप समय के संदर्भ में ही बात करोगे, समय के अलावा बात नहीं करोगे. अगर आपसे मैं पूछूंगा आपकी एज क्या है, तो आप बोलोगे 30, 40, 50. You will add years behind it. You cannot take away years from it. You will always tell your age in terms of years. If I ask about a good memory of yours, you will always tell a memory in relation to time. You will always tell about it. You cannot take away time from your memory. अगर आप अपने बारे में कुछ भी सोचोगे, रिश्तों के बारे में सोचोगे, अपने अचीवमेंट्स के बारे में सोचोगे, अपने बिजनेस के बारे में सोचोगे, चाहे वो फ्यूचर के हो, चाहे वो पास्ट के हो, आप समय को हटा ही नहीं सकते. इनफैक्ट फ्यूचर भी समय है, पास्ट भी समय है, प्रेजेंट भी समय है. So we all are a part of time, and that is why in महाभारत, अगर आपको याद होगा जब आप पहले सीरियल देखते थे, तो महाभारत की शुरुआत होती थी कि मैं समय हूं. I don't know how many of you remember that. It would start off with this, मैं समय हूं. In fact, the greatest scientist who has lived on this planet, I don't know if you read his book or not, A Brief History of Time. Stephen Hawking, one of the greatest scientists who walked on this planet, he wrote a book called A Brief History of Time. And I went through the book some years back. A difficult book to go through, but एक चीज मुझे समझ में आई उनकी बुक पढ़ के कि उनकी बुक जो है उसका टाइटल है A Brief History of Time, but the entire book is about cosmos. पूरी किताब ब्रह्मांड के बारे में है. इसका मतलब उन्होंने टाइम को ब्रह्मांड से लिंक किया ना. इसका मतलब उनको भी समझ में आ रहा है कि ये समय और ब्रह्मांड जो है एक ही है. And that is how in Mahabharata, when the serial would start, it would start out with this कि मैं समय हूं. So आप और मैं, हम क्या है? We are nothing else but time. Another characteristic of ये आप समझ पा रहे हो, this is a very important aspect of time if you could understand this. And the more clear you are about this very concept that we are time, we will kind of preserve it. We will be more aware, more careful about how we are investing our time. Then we will not spend our time. We will invest our time because we are time. Hello, भाई है कोई नहीं उधर? But I want to introduce one more challenge today. After healthy me and tond se tandurusti ki or ka challenge, abhi there's another challenge which I want to introduce today for the next 1 month. And challenges are good. Present. टाइम में खो गए. अरे शाबाश, टाइम में खो गए. चलो, यस सर प्रेजेंट. वो क्लास में पूछते ना, आर यू देयर? यस सर. तो if this clarity is there that time and me are same, we will be more conscious of the way we invest our time. and we will not spend our time. The last characteristic of time which I would want to share with you is time is impartial. Time is impartial. It is running at the same speed for everybody. It is impartial in terms of the king has 24 hours and the pauper also has 24 hours. जो सड़क पे बैठा है भिखारी उसके पास भी 24 घंटे हैं, जो वॉरेन बुफे है उसके पास भी 24 घंटे, लेकिन उस 24 घंटे से कोई इंसान वॉरेन बुफे बन जाता है और कुछ उस 24 घंटे के अंदर भिखारी रह जाता है. Time is same. Time is not saying that I will give 48 hours to Warren Buffett and I will give 12 hours to this beggar on the street. Time ऐसा नहीं कहता है. Time कहता है मैं सबके लिए बराबर हूं. I'm not partial. I'm neutral. I'm the same for everybody. So इस 24 घंटे में वॉरेन बुफे क्या करता है और 24 घंटे में वो भिखारी क्या करता है, that makes all the difference. तो आपके पास, मेरे पास, हम सबके पास वही समय. आपके पास, मेरे पास, स्वामी विवेकानंद जी के पास भी वही समय. कोई उस समय में कुछ करके निकल गया, कोई उस समय में कुछ करके नहीं गया. यही फर्क है. टाइम इज एब्सोल्युटली इम्पार्शियल. तो आप ही के ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में हर एक इंसान के पास उतना ही समय है ना, लेकिन उस समय में कोई इंसान आपके यहाँ टॉप परफॉर्मर बन जाता है और कोई जो है निठल्ला रह जाता है. सेम क्लास ऑफ 1 ईयर, सेम क्लास, एवरीबडी इज देयर, बट उस क्लास में उसी समय के अंदर कोई बच्चा टॉपर निकल जाता है, कोई बच्चा टॉप नहीं कर पाता. It's all about how we behave in that time span which we have been given, how we conduct ourselves, that makes all the difference. Time is the same. Another characteristic of time, we say, time is labeled as bad or good, not because time itself was good or bad. वो बोलते हैं मेरा समय खराब चल रहा है, पता है इसका समय बड़ा अच्छा चल रहा है. So we kind of label time. Time was neutral, it was impartial, it was neither good nor bad. हमने उस समय में क्या किया, that kind of made us label time as bad. या हमारे साथ कुछ घट गया, that made us label time as bad. But time was the way time was. It was absolutely pure. It was absolutely neutral. We did something or we could not do certain things. तो जब चीजें हमारे मुताबिक होती हैं तो हम कहते हैं यार बड़ा अच्छा समय चल रहा है. जब चीजें हमारे मुताबिक नहीं होती हम बोलते हैं बड़ा बुरा समय चल रहा है. And then we have given different names to time. कभी हम बोलते हैं क्या क्या हमने नाम दिए हैं टाइम को. We have related time to animals. हर कुत्ते का दिन आता है. समय आने पे तो गधे को भी बाप बनाना पड़ता है. We have given different names and different ways to talk about time, but time is the way it is for everybody. घोर कलयुग आ गया है. हाँ बताओ और क्या क्या तुम लोग को. और बहुत सारी चीजें जो हम समय को लेके बोलते हैं. तो भाई देखो ना, आपके कर्म जो है ना वो बताते हैं कि आपका समय कैसा है. तो अगर बारिश का समय है और कुम्हार ने जो है अपने घड़े बना के रख दिए बाहर और बारिश हो गई, तो बारिश में तो फिर बारिश ही होगी ना, और क्या होगी. अब वो मेरा समय खराब चल रहा है. अरे तुमने काम ही गलत किया ना. थोड़ी ना कोई बारिश में घड़े बना के बाहर रखता है. तो हर अच्छे कुम्हार को मालूम है कि आई विल नॉट कीप माई घड़ास आउटसाइड और आई विल नॉट मेक माई घड़ास इन द रेनी सीजन टाइम. इट्स ऑफ सीजन टाइम फॉर मी. लेकिन वही समय जो है बारिश का समय शायद किसानों के लिए अच्छा होता है कि बारिश आई फसल उगेगी. तो समय तो वही था, किसी के लिए अच्छा है किसी के लिए बुरा. सो बड़े बड़े अच्छे तुम लोग नाम देते हो समय को. हर वो बोलते ना हर कुत्ते का एक टाइम आता है. जब तुम्हारा किसी और का अच्छा टाइम चल रहा होता है या तुम्हारा बुरा चल रहा होता है, तुम ऐसे डायलॉग मार के आ जाती हो, राइट. या तुम्हें फिर कभी मजबूरी में कुछ करना पड़ता है, तुम बोलते हो यार मजबूरी में तो गधे को बाप बनाना पड़ता है. And things like that. So there are different ways by which we look at time. Now I have a challenge for you. We have another month waiting for us, another 30 days waiting for us, another 30 days and 24 hours waiting for us, and I want something phenomenal to happen, because जो last month का हमारा जो challenge था, टोन से तंदुरुस्ती की ओर, we had phenomenal response. क्या जबरदस्त momentum था हेल्दी मी ग्रुप में. लोगों ने लगातार जॉगिंग करी, लोगों ने एक्सरसाइज करी, लोगों ने वेट कम किया, लोग कॉन्शियस हो गए, कुछ नहीं हुआ तो कम से कम किसी की तोंद तो नहीं बढ़ी, जो लोग कर रहे थे, तोंद कम नहीं हुई लेकिन तोंद बढ़ी भी तो नहीं। तो बहुत सारे लोगों की लाइफ में एक मोमेंटम चालू हुआ टू टेक केयर ऑफ द हेल्थ, एंड आई एम श्योर दे विल मेंटेन दिस। इट इज नॉट अ 30-day इनिशिएटिव, it was a 30-day start to a lifelong initiative that you will take care of your body for the rest of your life. Up, let's take it to next level and we say let's have one more challenge. और challenge होना बड़ा मजा आता है because challenge में लोग जो है ना they go into the drive, they bring in momentum. So I want to throw one more challenge for the next 30 days to all of you. Are we ready for another challenge? Are we ready to pick up one more defining challenge which will define the way we will live the rest of our lives? Because मैंने पीछे मुड़ के देखा तो बहुत सारे लोगों की सक्सेस स्टोरीज हैं, फ्रॉम नो शुगर चैलेंज, फ्रॉम हेल्दी मी चैलेंज, ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस भी हेल्दी हो गई हैं, पीपल हैव वर्कड ऑन collectively as an organization to bring in health. I was reading about Sushil Mundra, his company Extra Edge is there. They have taken up as a company theme in their organization that we will be healthy, and they have taken this Ton se Tandurusti ki or as a theme in their organization. So organizations have taken this entire thing ahead. Now I want to throw one more challenge to all of you, and want to see whether you will pick it up or not. Anji, are you keen? तो मैं फिर शेयर करूं इस महीने का चैलेंज फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस. लेट मी नो. उठाने को तैयार हो? वेरी कीन. मैं आपसे जब टाइप जबरदस्ती करा रहा हूं ये, सो दैट यू रिमेन इन दैट एक्टिव डायनेमिक स्टेट. चलो ठीक है. यस, तुम्हारा ये कमिटमेंट बड़ा जरूरी है, दैट यू आर विलिंग टू टेक अप अ चैलेंज. चैलेंज जो है ना, ये झंझोरता है हमें. कोई हमें बोल दे कर दो तो हमें मजा नहीं आता, कोई हमें चैलेंज कर देना हम ऐसे ताव में आ जाते हैं, चैलेंज करता है हमें, यू नो. सो challenges are so very important in life. They kind of bring an energy from inside. Challenges, they kind of shake you up, and they bring the emotional side of your life outside. And without emotions, nothing great is possible, nothing big is possible. So the challenge which I want to throw to all of you for this month is 20 minutes every day. Some of you may be doing it, but those of you not doing it, for you it's a challenge. 20 minutes every day. अब मैं बताऊंगा कि 20 मिनट में करना क्या है, लेकिन क्या आपके पास 20 मिनट निकालने को है अपने लिए? पहला सवाल मेरा ये है, कैन यू स्पेयर 20 minutes ऑफ योर टाइम from your busy schedule, from your so much involved life, from your बोलते ना कि आप इतने व्यस्त रहते हो, क्या उसमें से 20 मिनट निकाल सकते हो? चलो, बहुत से लोग बोल रहे हैं हाँ हाँ हाँ, ठीक है. तो मेरा चैलेंज आपको है कि एवरी डे विदाउट फेल, मेरे शब्द को ध्यान से सुनिए, एवरी डे विदाउट फेल फॉर द रेस्ट ऑफ द मंथ, फॉर द नेक्स्ट 30 days, फॉर द नेक्स्ट 30 days, 20 मिनट. अब वो 20 मिनट सुबह होंगे, शाम को होंगे, दिन में होंगे, मुझे नहीं मालूम, आप डिसाइड करिए. लेकिन अगले 30 दिन हर दिन 20 मिनट आपने पढ़ना है. You will pick up a book and you will read for 20 minutes every day. I'm not asking you half an hour. I'm not asking you 1 hour. I'm just asking 20 minutes for the next 30 days. मेरा विश्वास करो, अगर ये आदत लग गई हमें हर दिन 20 मिनट पढ़ने की, हर दिन 20 मिनट पढ़ने की, life would be so very different. So very different. 20 minutes every day without fail. Now, it's not about reading, 1 hour, कि हम 3 दिन में 1 घंटा पढ़ लेंगे, हमने 3 दिन कवर कर लिया ना. एवरी डे. अगर आज का आपने समय खोया तो आप कल बोरो करोगे, एंड दैट इज नॉट अलाउड. 20 minutes every day. जैसे आप रोज ब्रश करते हो, यू डोंट ब्रश फॉर टुडे टुमारो, कि आज मेरा ब्रश रह गया, कल मैं 10 मिनट ब्रश करता हूं. कल का कल ही करोगे ना, तो आज का तो गया, राइट? तो कोई बैकलॉग नहीं होना चाहिए, हर दिन 20 मिनट्स. मेरा चैलेंज एक्सेप्टेड है? ग्रेट ना. उसके लिए हमारा ग्रुप बना हुआ है, यू कैन ज्वाइन द ग्रुप, लिंक आया हुआ है उसमें, यू कैन लॉग इन फॉर दैट एंड बी अ पार्ट ऑफ दैट. ग्रुप में क्या होता है, बड़ा मोमेंटम होता है. पीपल विल शेयर अबाउट व्हाट बुक्स दे रीडिंग, पीपल विल शेयर अबाउट व्हाट दे हैव लर्न, व्हाट दे पिक्ड अप, एंड बड़ा हंगामा होता है ग्रुप में आके. सो एक इट काइंड ऑफ कंटिन्यूअसली इंस्पायर्स यू टू स्टे ऑन ट्रैक. तो कभी आप ट्रैक में एकदम ऐसा हिल जाते हो, तो आप दिन भर आपको समय नहीं मिला, आप किताब पढ़ना भूल गए, रात को सोने से पहले एक कहीं आप मैसेज पढ़ते हो कि आई जस्ट कंप्लीटेड माय 20-day चैलेंज, एंड सडनली 12 बजने में 20 मिनट बचे, आप किताब उठा के पढ़ना चालू कर देते हो. दैट्स द पावर ऑफ अ ग्रुप. But you will not read Manohar Kahaniyan. You will not read Champak. You will not read Lotpot. You will not read any of those comics or nonsense books or magazines which don't make sense. You will read a book which will have an impact on you, either on the business side, either on the life side, either on the relationship side. Any book which you feel you should pick up. And I'll share with you next week one of the books which I have read. I will share with you one insights from one of my books. And ऐसे करके हर हफ्ते, अगले 4 हफ्ते मैं आपसे एक book पे insight share करूंगा from my side. That is my sharing from what I have read, what I've understood from one of the books which I have read. You pick up your book and start reading from today onwards. Okay, 20 minutes every day. क्या लगता है आप लोगों को? हाँ जी, बुक पढ़ के क्या होगा? चलो, give me 5 benefits of reading a book for 20 minutes a day. चलो, give me 5 benefits. फटाफट लिखो. मुझे बताओ 5 benefits of reading a book. You can just write one. I'll catch up for everybody and I'll share with you. चलो. What are the 5 benefits of reading a book? Knowledge बढ़ेगी, ठीक है. Discipline आएगा. Broaden your horizon. Absolutely right. So true. Knowledge आएगी, expanding mindset, new learnings, clarity and purification of thoughts and insights. Okay, habits. सोचने में मजबूर होंगे, बहुत बढ़िया. Concentration on reading. Reading speed अच्छी हो जाएगी. Consistent हो जाएंगे. Opportunities for immediate implementation मिलेगा. Okay, बहुत बढ़िया. Time for self. New thoughts. Your mind is with you when you read. Okay, उतना मोबाइल पे नहीं रहेगा. ये भी सही है. विजडम मिलेगी. You have more perspective. बहुत बढ़िया. New words. ठीक है. Improve life one. We implement at least one concept. ठीक है. Upgradation हो जाएगा. बोल बच्चन तो बन जाओगे तुम लोग यार. Vocabulary better हो जाएगी. ठीक है. दिमाग की एक्सरसाइज होगी. Okay. You will come to know how other people look at things. Absolutely. So very true. So very true. Commitment. Practice. Will not do mistake. नहीं, mistakes तो हो सकती हैं बहुत सारी since you read new things. Okay. May get inspiration. Okay. बहुत बढ़िया. मैं आपको एक चीज बोलता हूँ. जब भी मैं वो बुक पढ़ता हूँ ना, कोई भी बुक उठाता हूँ पढ़ने के लिए, the first thing which I have in my mind is, hey, I'm getting an opportunity to enter into somebody's mind. I'm getting an opportunity to enter somebody's mind. You come to know how other people think. You're entering into the wealth which they have. And reading a book is one of the best ways to consume the wealth of others. आप किसी की गाड़ी, किसी का बंगला, किसी का घर में आप जाके रहते हो, that is consuming somebody's wealth. But the biggest way to consume somebody's wealth is to read the books they have written. It is a treasure which they have, and they gave it out to the world. And when we go through it, we understand what is going on in their mind, thinking. इससे बढ़िया treasure क्या हो सकता है किसी के पास शेयर करने के? You enter one person's lifestyle. You enter a person's entire life journey. That's what happens when you read somebody's book. ठीक है जी. So बाकी सब तो होगा, knowledge मिलेगी, implementation होगा, maybe vocabulary बढ़ेगी, सब कुछ होगा. But you will get to know somebody. Without even meeting the person, you will meet a person in a much more profound manner. Because शायद उस बुक में उसकी जिंदगी का निचोड़ है, शायद उस बुक में उसकी जिंदगी के बहुत सुंदर experiences हैं. You know a lot more about people from their work rather than just meeting them once. चलिए, with this let's wind up the HM, and next week I would love to know from you, तुमने क्या books पढ़ी या books आपने pick up करी, and जो group अभी बना है WhatsApp का, उसमें you can be there and you can start, you know, what you are posting, what you're reading, what you intend to read, and what has happened to you, and उसमें implementation क्या कर रहे हो, क्या कर सकते हो, क्या insights हैं. You can share a lot more things there, and I'll see you next week with some insights from the book which I have read, which I have liked the most in the recent past. Till then, take charge and take care of yourself, and make the most of this week, which we have 168 hours are there from the time now till I meet you next week. In 168 घंटों में कुछ बढ़िया जबरदस्त काम करके रखना. I want to hear some great success stories from you. चलिए, thank you everybody and God bless you, and I'll see you next HM. And if you want to hear me live, some of you, if you want to hear me live on 9th of this month, I'm going to be addressing entrepreneurs on future proofing your business. तो अगर आपको आना है और मुझे live सुनना है, in person सुनना है on future proofing your business, then be there for that 2-hour talk of mine, and would love